Alright guys, this is Jigsaw Gamer here, and I'm here to talk about Deadly Hypernova, and recently I've been thinking long, thinking hard, and there's three main options. First option is drop the level entirely, because, I just do not find it fun to play anymore. I find it tedious and annoying. It is also far harder than anything else I have ever even tried properly. Like, not like a couple of joke attempts like that one Ultimate Phase video I released. This is the hardest level that I have tried properly. I have 50% on it, and that's as high as I can get. There is also a lot of issues that I can't really explain that I have with this level. It's a perfectly fine level. It's just I cannot find the motivation to play it. Once I start playing it, I cannot continue playing it. I cannot bring myself to continue to play it. And so, as I said, that's one option, to drop the level entirely and just move on with my life. Second option is to nerf the level. This I do not want to do. This is last resort. Nerfing the level is the last resort. That is the entire reason I'm in this mess anyways. Nerfing. And if you watch previous versions of Deadly Hypernova and all that, and then compare it to the version of Deadly Hypernova that was actually released, you'll see the insane nerfs I put upon the level just to try and verify it, because I was so done with it. So I do not want to nerf it at all. That is last resort. I do not want to nerf it. Third option is to just continue the level like it's nothing. Like, I've never had any problems with it. Just go and try to complete the current version. Now, as I said, I do not find it fun to do anymore. I'm not saying that I find it laggy. My tablet can handle it, so that's not an issue. It's not an issue. What is an issue, though, is how hard it is. It is, as I said, far harder than anything else I have seriously attempted. I now consider it to be harder than hypersonic death. Not ultrasonic death, hypersonic death. I consider it to be harder than hypersonic death. It is, honestly, well, as I said, it's just getting too tedious. and I don't want to play something that I don't enjoy. Now, I want to bring up the pros. Well, I want to bring up the pros and cons of each option, and then tell you guys the decision I've come to. So the cons of dropping the level is that Deadly Hypernova is probably my highest decoration object count level ever, and probably my best level ever. Because the final few parts and like the newer parts are so much fun to play, just not the older Red Hypernova parts. The Red Hypernova parts, except for the parts that have been given an extreme makeover, are not fun at all. Well, there are some ways in some parts, but that's really not the point. It is very difficult and takes a while. It will definitely take a while for me to build up motivation enough to keep going. As I said, okay, well, let me get back on track. Oh my, why? Pun unintended? Pun not intended. So, well, cons is I lose basically my greatest level ever. Cons is I can finally be done with it. And cons is the level may just die because I don't know if anybody else wants to try and verify this level. So pros and cons of nerfing the level. Pros honestly comes down to just verifying it and maybe making a few parts more fun, but I do not see any other benefits besides just releasing it. And so the cons of it would probably just be more guilt. Guilt that I nerfed it. Guilt that despite my efforts, the attempts that I've poured, the promises I've made, this level, this legendary level, just falls to nerfs. So now, the third option. Continue the level. Cons is I'd spend probably over 30,000 attempts, maybe 40,000 to verify the level. It's probably done by mid-2019, and I have spent so long on it to where it's worn itself thin and probably doesn't go noticed. Pros. Deadly Hypernova will become my most infamous level. And by a long shot, it is my most played, most downloaded level. And without the nerfs, I do not feel any guilt. I feel proud that I verified such a hard level. A level that is definitely worthy of a demon rating. Another pro is that the level is done. It is my most, as I said, it is my most played, my most liked, and most downloaded level ever. And I feel pride, not guilt, for the verification. So, and Deadly Hypernova sits at the top, probably going and will probably go unbeaten and will probably go unchallenged for the duration of its life until another level for a vast majority of its lifetime for its sheer difficulty. So now the decision. What have I chose? Have I chose to drop the level entirely, this grand level, or nerf it to the point where I can verify it, but it's still a challenge, maybe change a few parts towards more fun, and go through another guilt attack, probably the same with I'll probably also go through a guilt attack eventually through dropping the level. And the third option, this is the only option where I feel pride. Why did I say that so weird? Where I feel pride. I feel accomplished. I feel that Deadly Hypernova has been given its desired ending, becoming this unbeatable, unrivaled, incredibly difficult level that I have verified. Not nerfed, verified. But it comes with pain. Not guilt like the first two options, but more of mental pain, where I feel more forced to do the level than I am enjoying it. So what have I chose? Have I chosen to live with the fact that I let Deadly Hypernova die? That even though I could have saved it, I didn't? In my opinion, that is the worst option. So that is not the option I have chose. The second option, nerfing the level. In my opinion, if I nerf the level, I will just be hit with another guilt attack and we'll go through this whole ordeal again. Maybe nerf it down to about the difficulty that was more of intended for this level to be. But I'll probably just be hit with another guilt attack. And when something eventually beats it out, maybe hypersonic death, maybe even dragon, depending on how that goes. It will just eventually get beat again. I'll be hit with another guilt attack, wishing that I hadn't nerfed Deadly Hypernova, wishing it was still number one. Because it's supposed to be. I will just buff it again to a ridiculous level. And it will probably be buffed to a hard demon, if not insane. It is. And so I'm not yet. I'm not gonna reveal what path I've chosen yet. And so the third option, I spend 30, 40, maybe even over 50,000 attempts. I poured that many attempts into this level. in an attempt to verify it. This pays off. I feel pride. I feel that the legacy, the length, and the tale of Deadly Hypernova has finally been given its worthy ending of a tale where I don't surrender and nerf it, but I take it head on and beat it in what would arguably be my hardest level, and hardest properly attempted level. And it does well. The difficulty and the decoration carry the level far. And with such a massive achievement, I just feel accomplished and just ready for anything. And so, have I chosen the second or third option? Have I chosen to nerf the level and live with the guilt? Or have I chosen to go through with the level and continue it? I have chosen option 3. I'm not gonna drop the level, nor am I gonna nerf it. I would not be able to live with myself knowing I nerfed it. Because nerfing is what got us into this situation at all. And if you don't learn from your mistakes, history will repeat itself. And the cycle of buffing the level until I have to nerf it and then rebuffing the level has been something that has been going on within my levels for a while now. Crash Survival, Blood Red Hypernova, Deadly Hypernova. It has happened. Amnesia. It has happened to quite a few of my levels now. And so, but Deadly Hypernova was hit the worst with it. The nerfs on those levels are pretty minor. Nothing much. And I didn't really care for them as much as I cared for Deadly Hypernova. And so, was Deadly... So, as I said, I have chosen the third option. I'm going through with it, and I will not give up on this level until I have a progress bar that says, until I have a normal mode progress bar that says 100%, and it has been uploaded to the GD servers completely legit. I feel pride. I feel accomplished. And Deadly Hypernova has finally been verified after so long in its legacy. Its influence still reaches far and wide, and its influence still pours into the levels I have made, even months, maybe even years after. And I am known for beating and creating this level. So, I have chosen to do the third option. I am not giving up. I am not nerfing it. So, but before I end the video here, I would like to hear your guys' opinions on what I should do, because I am still a bit iffy. So, yeah, I'm still a bit iffy. So let me guys know what you think I should do personally down in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time.